Very good evening, everyone. Very warm welcome to Akshay sir. Thank you, sir, for your time today. And we are in the 10th week of virtual incubation cohort, and it has been really amazing journey, the 10 weeks journey of virtual incubation. And thank you, everyone, for joining us for so long and for all the 10 weeks. It has obviously been a productive sessions that you have all attended. So today we are like summing up with how investors look towards your idea and what are their thoughts. And so Akshay sir will be sharing some few tips and will be sharing his thoughts as an investor. So very welcome, Akshay sir. Akshay sir has been a serial entrepreneur and an angel investor working in the field of AI and ML and supporting startups, solving problem with automation and good UI. Sold his first startup in 2015 to Ixigo.com and went on to be a head of products at Ixigo for years. Currently invested to close 10 to 10 startups with successful exits from a couple of them. I believe, sir, we are really fortunate to have you here today, sir. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much, Devansh. It's a pleasure to be here amongst all of these entrepreneurs. Thanks to Wominator, who's been doing such a great job at actually finding every startup out there, especially in the tier 2, tier 3 cities. Without wasting your time, so I'll quickly get on to the topic. So I've been an angel investor for almost 4 to 5 years now, but have been in the startup ecosystem since almost 12, 13 years now. So I've seen a lot of startups grow, seen a lot of them scale, and seen what exits really are. So I've actually been on both sides now. So have a fair bit of idea what everyone goes through. Uh, for From investors' point of view, so there are basically two types of funding. One is your equity funding, which you see happening on a on a regular basis with all these startups coming in, especially the technology ones. Equity funding is a little more how do you call it, a little more risky in terms of the revenues. A lot of these startups are very early stage. You're not really sure of the kind of revenues these make. A lot of these are still loss making, but at the same time they scale at a rapid pace. The other type of funding is your debt funding. So let's say, for example, you are running a good business and you want to scale that particular business and you're profitable at the same time. So in that case, I think debt funding works best in those cases because you get certain amounts of money for your operating expenses and to take things forward. Now, we've been doing both kinds of funding. I'll explain that also a little in detail. When we talk about equity funding, we mostly look at startups which have the capability to scale very fast and at the same time go global. So let's say, for example, that's why you would always see that a lot of technology startups get into the equity funding. Let's say, for example, you've automated certain processes and you're out there and that you've created a software or an app or a similar kind of a setup. So the basic idea is you take that particular setup, show a success story in a small little area. Let's say, for example, you're automating, let's say, agriculture. So agri-tech is the most upcoming as of now in the current scenario. What you do is you build an app wherein a few of the farmers, let's say from a small part in UP, they can all use that app and start selling within their own locality through that particular app, and you take care of the logistics and so on. Now, once you actually show the success of that particular app within that small little area, then it becomes a very scalable idea because then you need to start replicating the same thing. So that is something that requires a lot of funding as well when you start want to replicate at a very rapid pace. So that's what equity funding is all about. Then the other part is about your debt funding, wherein, let's say, for example, you are uh, growing anything or you've built up anything or you have one specific product that you want to sell. But at the same time, you have cost involved, wherein the first cost is, let's say, to procure the material. Then your payment cycles are not really synchronized. So you need a little bit of money for the rotation. So in those cases, debt funding is the best where it comes in. There are a few other formats also that have come up these days. I'll just share those details as well. As far as getting back to what exactly are we looking forward for from an investor's point of view, it's of course scalability. And I understand that very early on, it's very difficult to scale. A lot of funds are required. Your teams are not really that sort of in the beginning. So what the primary focus that every one of us look forward in any of the startups that you want to fund is both in equity as well as debt, is the passion that comes from the entrepreneurs themselves. I mean, who exactly is building the product? Their backgrounds matter a lot. It's always a plus point when we see that the there's not a this is not just a single co-founder, but that you have co-founders as well who come from complementing skills. I mean, we do not want or prefer startups wherein you've got two co-founders who come from almost the same background. So say, for example, both of them are very good at business development, or both of them are very good at finance, or both of them are technology guys. So that is something that doesn't go very well. But at the same time, it's all about the passion of the entrepreneurs that come in. Next up, what we actually look forward to is how big the market is. I mean, there are two types of startups, if you actually see, wherein it's a fundable startup, and then there's a lifestyle business as well. Both are equally good in their own ways. Let's say, for example, you've built a massive business out of automating something, and you can very easily start scaling up. That can go up to $1 billion as well. But at the same time, there are a lot of brilliant business ideas wherein, let's say, for example, you've opened a cake shop, but at the same time, uh, it cannot scale as quickly as possible. So in those cases, these are all lifestyle businesses that come in, and of course, these also require a lot of money. These will take comparatively a higher time to probably start showing those results, but both of them are equally funded. So a lifestyle business will not really be $1 billion idea, and you will have to check for exact the kind of venture capitalist or the funds that offer those kind of services to you. Everywhere out there, there are a lot of social impact funds as well. You're trying to, let's say, build a community, build a whole village out of. There's a whole village out there wherein they want to build something out there which is going to have a lot of social impact as well. Your profitability might not be very high, but at the same time, it's going to help the entire community. So there are a lot of social impact funds also out there. So you have to choose which exactly is the way that you want to go forward to. Once uh, mostly in the startup phase, it's mostly the team that we count on. Then the idea, it needs to be scalable. In case there is a massive innovation, that is of course very well backed, but at the same time, every VC, every startup, every fund wants to see a clear business model out there. And as long as you're solving a need as well. I mean, there are a lot of businesses that we personally feel that might just do very great. It's a brilliant idea. It's a must have, but there's a very fine line between must have. There's a very fine line between this is good to have and the need. So as long as you're solving that need, every VC is going to be interested. Every investor is going to be interested onto it. In case you are building something which is already out there, you can still go ahead and build that, and it will result in a good lifestyle business which has different trajectory altogether, and a different format to which is followed both from the entrepreneur scaling as well as for the investors. And there are very different kind of investors for all of them, but trust me, everyone is already out there trying to fund all of those ideas as well. Apart from that, I don't think there are much criteria that we look at in the initial stages. Uh, this next stage which comes in, of course, is your pre-series A or a series A round, wherein the dynamics start changing a lot. Then it's not just about how well are you as a team or how many products have you sold. It's about how well have you been scaling. How well have you managed to use the funds which were allocated to you probably in the seed round. So that goes on to a different story altogether. If any one of you have any questions, specific questions related to your business on what is the investor's prospect towards it, I'd love to take all of them.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I would say, sir, like we can just take one to one for the pitching and know their own story, and you can suggest some critical points and some suggestions that you see as a market, and you have been evaluating to far many startups till now. So you can obviously, your suggestions will be really helpful to each and everyone who is here. So shall we start with each one of them pitching about their idea and going forward?
Sure, no problem.
So I would request Manmeet ma'am, so you can just take it forward, and that will be great. So I believe the language will not be a barrier, ma'am. So you can just take your 2-3 minutes and tell about your idea to so.
Hi everyone. Hi Akshay. Ji, that's so kind of you to have given us your valuable time. Okay, coming down to my brand and my business, I have a brand by the name of Gems and Jewels, which is a customized costume jewelry brand with the eye on the customer's requirement and specific needs. We do bridal and every occasion wear for both male and female. And also innovation is a very big USP of my brand.
Hey, Sarvari,
We try to plug in
अभी इकडे ना पिंटो.
we
I'm
try,
sorry for the disturbance.
no, that's okay. We try to plug in the specific need of customers. You know, there are some reasons because of which they could not wear, or like if there is that getting down to specific needs in the sense that um, दूल्हे के लिए having the sword के ऊपर वो लटकन चाहिए, because nowadays people want to do something very different. Now
Right.
that is what market I'm looking at. When somebody's need, like Akshay ji has a wedding in the family, and he says now with my mithai ka dabba, the mithai ka dabba has to be a jewelry piece. That tomorrow that centerpiece could be used as a pendant for the lady of the house. So I would jump in there. So that is the USP of my brand.
Okay, perfect.
So, sir, actually, ma'am also even types of jewelries, like she has some like something that is not present in the market, like okay, so let it be earrings or necklace, right ma'am? So there's always like some different material that is used, it crafts in a different format, and that is being presented to mostly premium clients. Ma'am lately has many more premium clients right now, and she wants to step right now to the like I would say more as a consumer brand, because till now she has been serving the as a premium brands, but she is looking forward after this pandemic कि जितने ज़्यादा customers तक पहुंच सके, उनके उनको customize करके उनके तरह से product बना पाए, that she is targeting to.
If I could put in a
Yes
little
ma'am.
here, Akshayji, is that I have been doing B2C more, but now there are a couple of ideas that I'm working on. That is going to be a revolution in the industry of jewelry, if I might say that. That's where I want to go for B2B. I want to be the supplier for those two products to the industry, and
Right.
do not, shift on from B2C to B2B.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at. Though the innovation needs some sort of a mechanical help, which I'm trying to look at, because it is not possible by my expertise to get it. I could design it, I could get it manufactured, but the working of the piece needs some mechanical help. So I'm looking at that point now.
No,
Yes.
perfect. I think B2B is a very uh, dear field to us as well, because most of our exits have come through B2B companies only that we'd invested onto. I think there are already quite a few companies out there who are taking care of the B2C. See, the best part about B2B is that your cost of customer acquisition is comparatively much lesser. I understand the life cycle of the sale is comparatively longer, but your costs are still very minimum, and you get the scale of business as well. And when you talk about B2C, it's always going to be a very tough battle to win, given the fact that the advertising costs have skyrocketed. May that be your social media advertising, television, of course, has always been expensive. OTT platforms again almost charge quite a lot of fees to advertise. So actually, and there's so much of free information out there that it's not really, the conversions don't really happen on the B2C end as well. So let someone else take care of that particular side and focus only on to B2B, because I think that's where you can actually start scaling, and that's where you can even go global, given the fact that tomorrow you want to launch the same thing probably in and around Southeast Asia. It's going to be much more easier because there's someone out there who will have to take care of the end-to-end customer needs, wherein you will be taking care of all the creation bit and the innovation bit.
All right. So that's an area that you think I should work more on.
Absolutely. See, because we've also invested in a company called Shadi Saga. I'm not sure if you've heard of
I've
that.
heard about it. Yes, I have.
So we've also invested. So it's a B2C again, and we completely go through the entire customer acquisition cost, the LTVs that come across with it. It will always be a loss-making company for us because the number of customers that we need to reach out to is massive, and especially given the fact that you're dealing with industry, of course, it's of course badly hit with COVID, but at the same time it's going to pick up. But again, things change very rapidly in the same industry, so you'll have to keep on innovating. So either you can keep innovating and be the best product out there, or you can do the marketing purely and get the number of customers. So you will have to take that choice, that if you are best at your innovation, just keep focusing on that one thing.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate.
Thank you so much, sir. So next we can have Lakshmi Gupta, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you. So, hi, Akshay.
Ma'am, you aren't audible. There is some problem with the mic.
Wait. Can you hear now?
Still, there is some problem.
Yes, yes.
Can you hear? Am I
Still,
audible?
there is. Sir, is it audible to you?
Yes, it's audible.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right. So, Akshay, I have very recently moved into the entrepreneurial space as recent as the start of lockdown. Okay, so the idea behind this brand and the work that I do has, really come from a very it's come from a motive to enable and empower, skilled labor, skilled tailors, and people who were affected by the lockdown and their livelihoods were affected.
Right.
And started with helping somebody in our neighborhood, and went on to get this person to make masks, really, for for people in need. But then we said, let's, I was asking what can I do more, and it turned out that we could make coordinated masks and accessories like bags, so which can become like a nice fashion accessory to move around with even during COVID times.
Right.
So it started with that, and that's where I am at the moment. But using this ideology, I started exploring the thought of working with more self-help groups who
Mhm.
are enabling women and men in villages who are skilled. So currently I'm working with people in Punjab who are developing some fulkari coordinated clothing accessories, again becoming very relevant in the times we are living in. So that's where we are, and I have a online access by way of, we got myself registered on Amazon, and we've developed our website. Do want to really take this vision forward of really becoming a platform which enables both, um, the people who are skilled to develop something which earns them money, but also becomes extremely relevant for the end consumer and helps them in continuing to maintain the style quotient in the COVID times we're living in. And of course, have just begun, but India, of course, is the landscape. But I do have a vision of going global. Thanks to platforms like Amazon, it becomes possible to look at it that way.
Right.
So they have the global access. So just 3 months old as a brand. So yeah, so that's where I am. So this is my ideology, and want to take this further to continue to be relevant to people um, via the medium of clothing accessories, and yet enable uh, the people who are skilled but don't have a platform. So want to become a platform for people
Right.
who can also, so a bit of a social enterprise, if I may call it. Yeah, so that's the thinking. Yep.
So, what do you, sir? Any views or any thoughts that you?
Sure, sure. Congratulations, Lakshmi, because I've seen a lot of good startups coming out in the lockdown itself. And the field that you are actually working in, like I was just mentioning, there are a lot of social impact funds out there who are looking forward to such things. I
Okay.
think it's Khosla Ventures, which primarily works onto this.
Ma'am, you can just note
Uh-huh.
it down in case.
Sure.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
there are a lot of uh, uh, NGOs as well who like to work with that. I, in fact, have a few friends who are in the same work line. I think there's one called the Skill Samaritan.
Okay.
She does work in Doha, very on the very same lines,
I
building
see.
out those beautiful products. And of course, you will have a lot of impact on the community as well. So I think
Right.
that is something which is the most powerful thing that which would come out. And of course, a lot you will find a lot of influencers who would like to get attached to you whenever you
Right.
pick up any social cause.
Right.
Uh, we in fact have already been looking forward to someone uh, who was not exactly doing what you are doing, but in a very similar space. They are looking for blue collar jobs through their app, especially for the guys who've actually lost out on a lot of the jobs that they had and working around that. But I feel it's a massive market out there. We really are still not aware of how brilliant India is, the kind of skill set there is, the kind of cost which are involved, because we can literally build things out of
Right.
nothing. And if you market the product well and go forward, I think you will be pretty much unstoppable. Just keep focusing on to that. And in this particular case, I'll just recommend one small little thing. Uh, Keep your margins high. I mean, I understand it's a social
Yeah.
concept altogether, but to sustain as well, you will need to keep the margins high.
Yeah.
You can get your firm registered as a trust as well, which is absolutely fine,
Okay.
uh, because of the fact that you would be competing with a lot of brands out there,
Yes.
which is going to be tough. And
Yeah.
the pricing will still need to be something on the same lines. You can probably use that as a marketing gimmick as well, that yes, this is going to impact the social community out in this particular area, and people don't mind paying for that. So when I'm
Right.
saying that you can
Right.
probably quote extra, I'm talking about 100% margin at least.
Okay.
And next
All
thing
right.
is be very well targeted when you market, because as I was just mentioning to Manmeet as well, that it's very tough to get all those customers thanks to Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. You've got loads of data being pushed to the same customer. So the
Right.
time that you focus on something, that is very less, because there's so much of
Right.
content out there. So to break through
Yeah.
that clutter and make sure that your product is placed well, so try and focus more towards a surgical marketing, if you may say.
Okay.
Probably tying up with a lot of NGOs out there,
Right.
getting some good influencers in.
Right.
By influencers, I don't just mean Instagram influencers or such people. I mean actually on-ground people, good
Okay.
families. There are a lot of people who are doing a lot of good work. Ask them to promote that, and they will be happy to do that.
Okay.
And before you know it, you'll be seeing a massive scale in the numbers. And once you do, of course, then you can get those customers with the high paying ads as well.
Of course. Of course. So I guess this is my huge weak spot, because the knowledge of how to go about marketing and distribution. While of course there is an online platform, but it's just still there, one knows. But beyond that, to get this entire marketing space in place correctly, because it must meet the goal.
Right.
The people must continue to get work, and that'll happen only
Right.
when the sales happens. We can get, so it starts feeding itself in a positive sort of sense. So
Absolutely.
that's one area that I'm really looking forward to actually figure out how to go about it. You know. So
Perfect. In
yeah.
fact, for you, it's not going to be a lot about marketing, more as about branding and those networking tie-ups that you will probably need.
Yes.
I mean, Womenator is a brilliant platform. Just getting all of those influencers on board, who in turn
Right.
start selling for you, I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
going to sort a lot of stories for you then, because
No.
then it's going to have a ripple effect on the entire scale altogether.
Right. Right. I get what you're saying. Surely. Okay. Thank you very
Uh,
much,
Thank you so much,
Akshay.
ma'am. Thank you
Sir.
so much, sir. So next we can have Pinky, ma'am. Ma'am, you can just tell about your success story and about your startup.
Hi everyone. My name is Pinky. We just started on an idea that we can see lots of students leaving the school with lots of A1, lots of grades, right? And after that, most of the students are getting into engineering or medicine or maybe MBA. But how many of the students are getting successful in their profession, maybe in their career, maybe in their personal life itself? Are they happy? are they actually very passionate about what they are doing? So we are trying to solve this problem. So where is the root cause actually? So the root cause is actually we want to look into the school system, into the education system. So most of the students are evaluated based on their marks, purely based on the academics, and there is no more assessments happening. But actually, national education policy has come up with lots of new policies and, or what to say, new rules, and especially they have come up with the holistic growth, importance of holistic growth of the student. And even the new phase have been come upon, like Parak. But actually all these are there, even initiated by the government, but how we are going to do this? Okay, so actually we are trying to tackle this problem. It is not a COVID related startup. We actually worked on this for the past 2 years to solve the same problem. So we are actually based on Kerala, and we, with the same thought, we just started with some of few schools in Kerala. It's actually a tier 3 school, and we did some pilots and getting feedbacks from the customers. Actually, they give us the this feedback that actually this holistic growth is very much important. Okay, so that's why actually our product has been evolved, and now we have come up with the best assessment tool. And this tool is actually built by the psychologist, and we have the AI experts in our team, and we have the digital communication technology people in our team, and all this together have created this assessment tool. And along with this assessment tool, we are giving various kind of activities given to the students in order to engage them to do all this. And based on this engagement also, we can identify the skills, behavior, and all. Based on that, we can identify the strong point, weak points. And after that, what we can do, we can give action plan to improve their skills. Or we can just show them this is your strong area, and you can, if you can improve this, definitely you can just reach out to this, or you can choose this career, or you can all those suggestions we can give actually. So once a student is enrolled into our system, and after 10 years, the student will have a clear idea of where the student want to be, and how they want to do the higher studies and everything. So this is our product. So it is a digital platform. And we started for the actually in 2018, and the actual sales happened by this July. And even though since it is there is lots of funding issues around since it is COVID, but because we can't expand our sales team, so we have only one salesperson in our team, and we all together going for sales. And now we have 10 schools in Kerala, and Kerala is a tough market. Definitely it is a tough market. So we are now expanding our sales to the other states in South India, having going the discussion some schools in Bangalore, in Chennai, and also hopefully our target to by this 2021 June is 1 lakh students. Now we are saving to 12,000 students, and our target by 2021 academic year is 1 lakh. And we have planned our team size. Now we are 50, and by 2021 we can actually there is no much need in team size improvement, because we have all those experts now. Even though they are juniors, they are not that highly tech people, because we are a startup, right? We are all learning and improving ourselves. And definitely we have to work more on UI, because since this is used by the students, the UI factor is very important. And we are technically we are very good at AI, building the machine learning models based on all this data coming into the system. Yeah, so we are very much expert in AI, but we don't have that much expertise in UI. So we are expecting to invest more on this UI. And psychologists, definitely more into the psychologists. The good part is that we are accelerated by the GAIN program, which is supported by the government, the central government. The GAIN program, they selected 7 startups in India in edutech, and we are one among them. And we are getting accelerated and getting support for to improve ourselves in various phases of entrepreneurship. So we are very much confident to scale up. But these are the restricting factors. Like the COVID is actually restricting us to get the funds from the schools, but we are getting MOUs. MOUs from other schools for the next academic year, not this academic year. But we are very much confident that the schools are very much happy to take this kind of product, because this is the future.
Right.
So this is all about our product, and we are very much till now we are bootstrapped, and we are actually looking forward for meeting with investors and raising funds, because to reach our projections by 2023, our projection is 10 lakh students, and definitely we have planned to roll out B2 B2C model. Now it is B2B,
Mhm.
and we have active plans to roll out B2 B2C. Definitely that will be an exponential growth for us, because
Right.
we are very much confident, because our ML model will be that much accurate by all this data with this 1.5 years. So this is our startup. So we are actually looking for your suggestions for us to how to pitch on the investors and all this.
Sure. Thank you so much, Pinky. It's a brilliant idea and a very, very much needed idea for that matter. We've been looking at edtech startups. Just in the lockdown alone, I've analyzed almost 6 decks per day, which are trying to solve similar problems.
Okay.
One was, I think, which we've almost funded, was based on confidence learning for all
Okay.
the students. They were again targeting the B2B, then B2C, but then again, they have a very different model. What you're
Okay.
actually trying to do is very, very important, and you should just keep going with that. Uh,
Okay.
B2C is going to be a game changer for you, because
Yeah.
then you can start selling it directly to the parents of the children.
Yeah.
And trust me, they don't mind buying it. I mean, the cost that they pay at Byju's or White Hat or any of these guys who've come up, even Vedanta for that matter,
Yeah.
uh, that's anything between the range of a lakh of 80,000 rupees to 2 lakhs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
And I think the whole awareness about the development of a personality has started coming in, and it's going to grow all the more.
Yeah.
Sooner that you actually can get out into the market and market yourself well, the better it is.
Yeah.
What exactly is the name of the platform, if I may ask?
Yeah. It is Schedule School. Actually, it is Schedule. It is available in Play Store. Schedule School. The
So
name
Uh-huh.
I'll
of
be sharing
Spell
the
it?
pitch deck. I'll be sharing the pitch deck after the session, sir.
Okay, perfect. I'll go through, in fact, the pitch deck as well. Right now, you're in an accelerator. Did they give you any funds for that?
actually, they will connect us to some. Actually, it is run by Startup Exit. They are supported by Startup Exit. So we are waiting for some pitches, investors pitch over there.
Okay.
We are in parallelly looking for other ventures like venture capitalists and all, because definitely we need that kind of actual support from the investors also. We don't need just money, but actually a support to accelerate our startup, right? This concept, they should love our concept and should support, associate with us for the growth. And it is a socially impact product also, right?
Right.
And we are trying to give this in a lower price also, because since we have all this data ready, definitely we can make it cost effective, and it is without overpriced to the parent, we can give this. There is a scope for that.
And what is the cost that you're charging right now for the schools?
In Kerala, it is very tough market, so we are actually reducing our cost, but in market it is around 50 rupees per student per month.
Okay.
Maybe depends on number of students in the school, we can reduce it.
Sure,
It
because
is all negotiable, right?
I'll tell you something, because uh, it's always going to be very tough to crack any schools all across,
Yes.
because there are too many layers that you need to crack into.
Yeah.
And I personally feel that even if you go with the B2C model, 50 rupees is something that every customer is at it is going to be ready to pay you,
Yeah.
because everyone wants to see
More
their
like
child
a
develop.
dollar a month. It's again
And-
like a dollar campaigns there could be.
Right. And of course, going global again, it's very easy when you have that app. So, especially in the markets like India, Sri Lanka, and all around around here. So that is one thing that is very, very important. And forget even the other areas. Even if you can just crack India, you've got massive numbers onto it.
Okay.
And in fact, even if you are charging 50 rupees, I think even if you go down to 20 rupees, it's not going to make a lot of difference, because people would look to fund you, given the
Yeah.
fact the data that you're actually collecting.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, it's all going to be about data. So if I can probably predict today that 5 years down the line or 10 years down the line, India will have, let's say, uh, a million musicians,
Yeah.
then the entire scenarios for me changes. That
Yes.
data becomes very, very valuable.
Yeah.
Then everything around India starts to change. I mean, people will start building those music houses or music classes or get a new industry, or there everyone will start working on to it, because I think the core is the data that you're actually collecting.
Yeah.
So go around that. What I'll also do is I'll share with Devansh a couple of things. In your case, there's going to be an Excel sheet. If you can actually fill that, that will have details of anything and everything for the next 1 year.
Okay, sure.
That is going to help you a lot plan your investment.
Okay.
How much do you need? Why do you need? When do you need it? The number of people, the scaling efforts,
Okay.
everything is onto that Excel sheet. And
Okay.
once you can crack that particular Excel sheet, it's going to take you at least a couple of weeks to just fill that Excel sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
But once you actually do that, you will have a lot of clarity of where do you want to go. And as far as the idea that you've told me, it's very easily fundable. And a lot of investors are already looking out for it. I'll ask Devansh to connect with a few other. So we've got Venture Catalyst, Let's Venture. Of course, all of them are out there.
Okay.
And you can directly start pitching onto them, because the numbers that you're currently doing, I think you have 12,000 students, right?
Yeah. We have. Yeah.
Sure. I think we can take that offline, the kind of valuations and everything. But I think it's a good thing. As far as your UI goes, I think you will have to focus a lot onto it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but just going by your word onto it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because as soon as you get into a B2C play, you will have to make sure that your product speaks for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can actually move to B2C, but the problem is that we need lots of data. That's why we are now focusing to the schools, because we are assigning it to one school means we will get minimum 500 students, or maybe 1,000 students. Maybe one school, maybe it have a strength of 10,000. So it is that much valuable for us signing up a school, right?
In
And
that case, I think,
yeah,
directly go for a B2C as of right now itself. I understand the results won't be excellent or super great, but at the same time, you will get that particular data to start analyzing others as well.
okay.
And your app store optimization and everything will start right now.
Okay. Got it.
Because,
Actually, we have one B2C app. During this COVID, we just experimented one B2C and just put it on the Play Store, but we couldn't like market it more to reach the students, right? So during that period, we started getting sales. So we focus more on to giving support and fixing the issues or errors, bug fixing, everything. So we actually forgot the focus to B2C.
right. No issues. In fact, for B2C, of course, the kind of users that you're looking forward to, they won't download your app just like that.
Yeah.
Because first of all, they're unaware of it and they're least interested about it as of now.
Yes.
So there will have to be a push approach that you will have to take for it.
Yeah.
And again, tying up with a lot of people, tying up with schools, probably taking part in events and carrying out seminars for all the parents actually, because I understand the data will be for the children itself, but you will have to still target the parents only to get those downloads. So anywhere you find those parents, just get hold of them and start get your app downloaded by them. Even if you have to give it out for free, just give it out for free for now at least. I mean, I understand there's going to be a server cost, but what you will actually get out of it is going to be much more valuable.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Surely look into all this, right? Yeah.
So I'll be like taking I'll be connecting to you, Akshay sir. I will be sending the pitch deck and we can take this right after this.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So thank you so much, ma'am. I request Sabina Saran ma'am to please tell about your starter, about your business, ma'am. Sabina ma'am, am I audible?
Hello. You can hear me?
Samira ma'am, please. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
hi.
Please, you can.
Hi, this is Shamira, and I have a product called Party Dabba. So the very name Party Dabba means your celebration in a box.
Right.
So it's been like about, so it's a very simple concept. It kind of solves the problem of clients or parents or any person wanting to celebrate. Okay, they don't have to go to 10 different sites, or they don't have to, go to 10 different shops and then search for the things that they like. And our deco is handcrafted, handpicked, and can be easily shipped and set up on your own. So you don't need to have an event planner. I'm an event planner myself. But then what happens is I've realized that people always say, hey, Shamira, jo aap decoration karte ho, I wish we could have done it on our own at our home in a budget. Then
Right.
it kind of struck me ki why not? Why not do something which is classy, which people can afford, and then they can set it up on their own. So as simple as that, I tried and tested it. It's like been about 1.5, 2 years, tried what box and the kind of model, because I already had that kind of a clientele, and it's a cash and carry. I worked on a cash and carry because it's easy. 1,000, 2,000 mein people just come, they pick up and they go. Then recently I did a survey. In that survey, I realized that maybe I'm underpricing. People want to spend somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. And they are ready to spend because they are getting everything. Like if you see the background that I have. So this is handmade. It is a sunflower theme. This can be used for a child's first birthday. This can be used for a reception. And especially during Corona, I mean,
Right.
everybody kind of, I mean, I was surprised myself that, wow, the kind of numbers and people started calling during lockdown was huge. So their budget was anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000, and some clients even spent about 3. So this is the kind, and then I started doing these party dabba celebration boxes, which you can gift. Like gift a Christmas themed dabba, gift a Diwali themed uh, party dabba. So became like a corporate gifting. Now I am tied up with Naturals, Page 3. I have done, for retail outlets, they take their boxes. And where I used to sell 2 years back 3,000, the kind of numbers, the people that keep calling, I've been now able to form a box for 999.
Oh, nice.
So as low as 999 में you can decorate your retail outlet. एक छोटा सा जो parlor है, या if you have a retail outlet, you don't need to call an event planner who will charge you 5,000, 6,000. Even a balloon wala will charge you 1,000 to 1,500, है कि नहीं? But this is like your themed box, and you can set it up on your own. You don't need anybody's help.
Right.
And then I started getting feedback that, hey, Party Dabba is also creating an engagement with the staff. So it's not just, everybody's like, hey, let's put it here, let's put it there. So
Right.
it kind of created that environment also. So I'm very confident about my product because I've tried and tested. I've got enough of testimonials and enough of, clients that kind of, but now I want to kind of expand it to other cities. That's where I'm finding a challenge. Because Chennai mein, Bombay, because I'm basically from Mumbai, married, shifted in Chennai, so I have connects there, Chennai. But what about other cities? So how do I identify, the right kind of network? How do I scale it up? Because I want touch points. I already created a touch point also for, because I realized that people still want to touch and feel. I have a website where people can go and even order. So all
Right.
that is in place. My co-partner, my own husband, he's into branding and he's into, so we understand brand and we understand. But the problem is, how do we scale up and the right connect? You need to have somebody sharing the same passion and who has that connect, so that they will develop the touch points. Like I work with bakers, I work with photographers. So Party Dabba is not just your home celebration. We connect to bakers, so the market is huge.
Right.
That in between wala koi nahi hai. Either you have the China ka product or you have event planners. But there's a huge number of people who want that classy or customized stuff, which we are good at, and I mean, I have like 50, 60 themes created by us. So I have the product, but I kind of need to, I need help in expanding it and taking it, identifying people in other cities. So maybe like a franchisee or what do you call it, a distributorship.
Mhm.
That is something which I need to.
Okay. So the biggest problem that I personally see with the franchise model is people start replicating it, and then you're out.
Correct.
And
That's what
unless and until it's a product that they just cannot get out there or make. I mean, with your product, the problem that might arise is the fact that they might be able to replicate it, not the same quality or something, but at the same time, they'll start selling it cheaper. So again, the whole idea, the whole brand that you want to try and create, that goes out of the window. But then, uh, I'd recommend you still take the online route itself. Use the logistics which are already available, and start making more packages based on a higher amount as well. I mean, 99 is absolutely nothing, especially for the retail, the corporate, all of those guys. Uh, when you start actually scaling onto this bit, I think you should keep that control with yourself only. Do not go for the distribution. So distributors and franchises are for a very different set of product. I think you should keep that control with yourself. Keep innovating onto these products, getting more and more people out there. Of course, for you, again, as I was mentioning, the costs are pretty high for your customer acquisitions. But at the same time, word of mouth spreads the best. Use the available marketplaces out there. So I'm sure you are already available on Amazon and across, right? So I think keep promoting those only, and get your name out there, get your brand out there, start creating a few videos out there of what you did. Do the same for a few Instagram influencers that you sent it to them on their birthdays and so on, because I think that's the only thing that's going to work out there. You will face a lot of logistical issues as well, so be mentally prepared for that. But as soon as you start scaling up to a certain number, that is when you can actually start looking out for debt funding as well.
okay.
And then you can hire your own staff rather than giving a franchise to anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. I work with specially abled a team, so I just thought that being in the city, and I get calls a lot from other cities for this. So I thought, okay, if there's a touch point there where people can just maybe give a code. I was just thinking maybe a code they do for that particular person, and the person, if they give a code, maybe like a commission base or something where they don't want to take the headache of copying or replicating what I do, but maybe they just get a. Will that work?
Yes, so this is mostly on the lines of a CNF, which is your carry and forward model. I think that can still work better for you. In that case, all you need to do is your brand still remains, everything that you still remains, even the clients remain yours. And that is just going to be a touch point to collect the boxes, or for that person to deliver those boxes, like a more of a go down kind of a setup, which is a carry and forward CNF. A lot of pharma companies already use that model. If you search more onto it, you'll find more details onto it. But at the same time, always make sure that whoever you are keeping, they should be on your payroll.
Okay. So as such, putting up like how you have your, for example, this, you have your Itsy Bitsy and, things like that. They are into craft.
Right.
They are a craft. So
Right.
we are more into a solution for celebration.
Right.
I am not a party hunter. I don't do, I'm not, getting it. It's just that so what if we want to do something, if I want to get at something like that?
You want to get into something like what?
Matlab, if I have like a party dabba, experience center in a city or something like that, will that help? Because people still want to touch and feel,
That's going to add up. But that's going to add a lot of cost to your own expenses. So that's what I'm telling you, that you can probably get a CNF kind of a setup in, wherein one person who you've hired is just there. He can operate out of anywhere. You don't need a very formal setup for it.
Okay.
In fact, nowadays you've also got the delivery guys itself, who can actually take the boxes. He can probably take 3 boxes with him. The user can actually, who's actually bought it, he can actually see it right there and choose either of them and pick that one, and he can send the rest back to you.
Okay. Okay. Selection is not a problem because I show the pictures. I have enough of videos. So people just see and then they, I just send it now because I'm not still, people don't walk in now, because of the scare of pandemic. But so you still feel you suggest that I should look at the CNF.
A CNF and mostly the online model only. See, because I personally feel that everyone is buying everything off the net as it is, especially in the metro cities.
Correct.
So that look and feel, it's okay. I mean, people are buying shoes as well. People are buying
Correct.
clothes
Correct.
as well. So
Correct.
it should not be that big a blocker. It's just about people starting getting used to it. I mean, everyone is buying everything out, especially because of the pandemic. Nobody went out. Everyone got what they got.
Correct.
So a few of your orders will come in. I think if you actually get the percentage of it, let's say out of 100, if 10 are saying, no, I have to look and feel of it, you can let go of those. Sooner or later, they'll also have to adopt to the online technology itself.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. So we can have Ava ma'am pitching next, ma'am.
Yes, Devansh, thank you so much. And first of all, I would like to thank and congratulate your team for having this session, because what I have been learning is about very good, unique ideas today. Yeah, so congratulations to all the participants. Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Abha Pimprikar, founder of Subhojam. It's all about food and flavors. At Subhojam, we manufacture various spices, spice powders, and spice blends. And the spices suit everyone's palate. As far as possible, I try to give the customized spices. That's it.
Perfect. And what exactly are the issues that you're completely currently failing on facing on?
See, sir, to begin with, I actually started in February 2020 because few of my friends suggested I used to make masalas for myself. So few of my friends, they insisted that I should, take it up as a business. So when I really thought of doing it, I was thinking of doing it with the help of Bachat Guts. Yeah, so that is the issue which I'm facing currently, maybe because of the pandemic. Once the vaccine come out and the vaccination takes place, maybe that problem will be sorted out. Secondly, I need help in the form of like procurement of the material or the machineries, because I stay in Nasik, which is a three-tier city, and though there are masala manufacturers at the local level, but which machine to buy, which will be the best machine. These are the problems where I'm lacking, you can say. Yeah. So to begin with, actually, I'm a dentist by profession. I have few dental products. But in dentistry, we've been in dentistry since past 22 years. So we know people in India and out of India. So for those products, I didn't face these problems. We started in 2013, and gradually, slowly and gradually, we are selling those products. That company name is Innovations Indo, and we are doing very well in that. But with Subhojam, yeah, locally, I have started keeping my products in, the malls and small shops also. And currently, though I'm working with, as other have discussed, I'm working with selling my products on B2C level, but I am trying for B2B business also. Yeah.
Perfect, ma'am. I think mostly what spices, of course, a very good business. We've all seen a lot of good companies grow, especially in the international market. As you're mentioning, you already have a lot of contacts. I think that's the way to go for it. As far as B2C goes, of course, you'll have to focus a lot more towards branding, keeping the fact that your margins are comparatively higher. And the problem that you're facing about machinery, of course, I cannot probably guide you on to that. At the same time, I think you can hire most of these guys. And there's one thing that always come up whenever I meet any D2C brands. Right now, what is the scale at which you are manufacturing the spices?
It's a very small scale currently. I'm doing it from my home. Yeah,
In that case, I don't think you should
10 to
even
20.
go for. In that case, you shouldn't go for a machinery as of now. if you ask me,
Mhm.
because there are a lot of third-party manufacturers that you'll get out there.
Okay.
I mean, the formulations completely remain yours,
Mhm.
and you go ahead with the third-party manufacturing. That's going to cost you hardly anything. I mean, there's going to be very marginal cost
Okay.
as compared to actually getting the machines, because it's a very long drawn process.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
dealing with the workers again is a very tedious process in itself.
I know. Yes.
So I think the best part is just go for a third party manufacturing. The only time when you should actually start your own factory or get your own manufacturing is when, let's say, you are doing business of 100 rupees. Your profits
Mhm.
that you're getting is, let's say, 60 rupees.
Mhm.
And 40 is something which is going to go to the manufacturing guy. And at the same
Right.
time, you
Right.
personally feel that tomorrow, if I start my own manufacturing, I will probably make another 20. So unless and until that's some scale that you're looking at,
Mhm.
it's best to go for third party manufacturing. Get all of your spices already registered, get those formulations done, registered into your company so that they
Mhm.
don't replicate, and just share it with them, because that's how the entire pharma industry also works. And just
Right. Right.
focus
Right.
more towards building that brand. I mean, I'm sure you must have heard about this brand called Mankind.
Mhm.
So Mankind till today does not even have a single manufacturing unit.
Oh, okay.
Not even a single manufacturer. They don't manufacture anything. They are
Oh,
good at,
okay.
so let's say, for example, if you are good at creating that mix of a spice, you know
Mhm.
exactly what is going to be put. So then focus purely on the product and the branding. As in, you are
Okay.
that particular brand, so focus more towards that branding and marketing yourself.
Right. Right. Right.
Once you actually reach a certain scale is when you should probably look at any machinery or even getting new people in or anything.
Okay. Great. Great. Yeah. So in short, I should, keep going. Whatever I'm doing, I should continue with it at least for a couple of more
Ab-
years.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because once you actually start scaling, the money comes in. Change that, get those machines then only.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir.
Well,
So I request Dipali Sonje ma'am, Savina Saran ma'am, or Chandra ma'am, if anyone would like to pitch in. Hello, Dipali ma'am. You can just unmute yourself. Yes, ma'am. You
जी
can just
नमस्ते।
put your idea.
जी आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
जी जी
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
जी नमस्ते अक्षय जी और देवांश जी। मैं दीपाली पंकज
नमस्ते।
सोंजे, फाउंडर ऑफ निसर्ग इंडस्ट्रीज। हैंडमेड कॉटन सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स, एक पाऊल पर्यावरणाकडे, ये हमारा ब्रीद वाक्य है। आज की प्लास्टिक जैसी बड़ी समस्याओं के कारण जो नेचर और हेल्थ के लिए दोनों के लिए हानिकारक है, तो हमने 2016 से महिलाओं के लिए मेंस्ट्रुएशन पीरियड में यूज होने वाले प्लास्टिक जेल और केमिकल फ्री हैंडमेड इको फ्रेंडली सैनिटरी नैपकिन हम बना रहे हैं। हमारा ये प्रोडक्ट इको फ्रेंडली है, तो ऑब्वियसली डिस्पोजेबल है। इसकी वजह से बहुत सारी महिलाएं और युवतियां हमारा प्रोडक्ट रेगुलरली यूज कर रहे हैं। हमने हमारे प्रोडक्ट में सर एक आयुर्वेदिक टच भी दिया है, जैसे कि हम हमारे प्रोडक्ट में नीम पाउडर और त्रिफला चूर्ण यूज करते हैं, जो एंटी बैक्टीरियल एंटी फंगल का काम करते हैं। इसके अलावा हम हमारा प्रोडक्ट का हाइजीन मेंटेन रखने के लिए जो स्टरलाइजेशन करते हैं, वो भी नेचुरल प्रोसेस से करते हैं। और बाद में पैकेजिंग करने के बाद उसके ऊपर इक्लिप्टस ऑयल, जो नीलगिरी तेल बोलते हैं, वो स्प्रे करते हैं। हमारा ये प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं, बल्कि हमारा पैकेजिंग भी इको फ्रेंडली है। तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि एक कदम हमारा नेचर की ओर है। हमारे प्रोडक्ट में हम हमारा जो इंडियन ब्रांड है खादी, खादी का फैब्रिक यूज करे हैं। तो मेरी ऐसी कोशिश है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा अगर हम खादी यूज करेंगे तो हमारे देश की अर्थव्यवस्था में भी वो काम आएगा। बाद में हम जो बैम्बू जो एंटी बैक्टीरियल है, कॉटन फ्री, डाई फ्री, मतलब केमिकल फ्री कॉटन यूज करते हैं। इसके अलावा हमारा जो अभी प्रोडक्ट है, हमने आईएसओ सर्टिफाई किया है 9001 और 14001 और क्लिनिकली पिटी टेस्ट किया है। तो अभी हमारा एक विजन है, वुमेन हेल्दी टू सेव आवर नेचर एंड वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट। अभी अक्षय जी, ये हमारी प्रोडक्ट की बात हुई। मेरा खुद का, मैं संगीत विशारद हूँ, तो मैंने थोड़ा सा मतलब सोचा कि प्रोडक्ट तो हमने इको फ्रेंडली बनाया है और वुमेन हेल्थ के लिए भी वो अच्छा है, लेकिन अगर आज की देखा जाए तो हर एक आदमी भागदौड़ कर रहा है, तो सबको रिलैक्सेशन की जरूरत है। तो हमारे जो क्लासिकल म्यूजिक में है, म्यूजिक थेरेपी बोलते हैं उसको, तो हर एक राग का एक अलग-अलग वैशिष्ट्य रहता है। जैसे कि मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि भीमपलास राग अगर होगा, वो आप गाएंगे या सुनेंगे तो आपको रिलैक्सेशन फील हो जाएगा। तो अभी हम हमारे जो कस्टमर्स है, हमारे प्रोडक्ट के अलावा उनको अभी म्यूजिक थेरेपी देने का काम कर रहे हैं। मेरे साथ बहुत सारी डॉक्टर्स जुड़ी हुई है, जो हम ऑफलाइन भी सेशंस लेते हैं, ऑनलाइन सेशंस लेते हैं। तो हम एक हेल्दी सेशन हम ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं, जिसमें हम योगा, क्लासिकल म्यूजिक थेरेपी, जो हमारा इको फ्रेंडली सैनिटरी पैड का जो पैकेज है, वो सब उसके अंदर हम रखते हैं। तो अभी आगे जाके ऐसा है कि हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है बहुत अभी बढ़ रहा है आगे। तो आउट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र भी इसका सेलिंग हो रहा है। बड़ी-बड़ी कंपनियां मेरे से मतलब कॉम्पिटिटर्स है, फिर भी जो हमारी कोशिश है कि इको फ्रेंडली और हेल्थ, वुमेन हेल्थ के लिए क्या अच्छा है, इसके लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं। तो अक्षय जी, मैं अभी आपको पूछना चाहूंगी कि इसके अलावा हम क्या करें, अभी मार्केटिंग के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं?
दीपाली, पहले तो आप बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा काम कर रही है और इनफैक्ट आपको कंपटीशन भी बहुत ज्यादा आने वाला है, बिकॉज आई नो काफी मेरे जानकारी हैं। एक पी सेफ करके ब्रांड है, वो काफी अच्छे दोस्त है मेरे, तो आई थिंक वो भी यही ट्राई कर रहे हैं। सबके सब इसी मार्केट के ऊपर लगे हुए हैं अभी। इसका आपका प्राइसिंग किसके अराउंड आपने किया हुआ है?
जी, अभी हैंडमेड है, तो कम से कम मैंने इसका रेट रखा है 120 से शुरू होके 400 रुपए तक अवेलेबल है। तो अभी जो मुझे मतलब 350-400 रुपए भी हमारे कस्टमर ऐसे हैं कि जो पे कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि पहले मुझे लग रहा था कि 80 रुपए में जो रेडीमेड मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, तो उससे ज्यादा अगर हम प्राइस रखेंगे तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो नहीं बिक पाएगा। लेकिन अभी कस्टमर से मेरी ऐसी डिमांड है कि हमको हाइजीनिक चाहिए, इको फ्रेंडली। तो अभी लोग ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि अगर हमको नेचर की ओर हम हमारा एक कदम बढ़ाएंगे तो हमारा फ्यूचर अच्छा रहेगा। 400 रुपए भी लोग महिलाएं पे करने के लिए तैयार है। तो 120 से शुरुआत होके हमारा 400 रुपए तक है, जिसमें क्वांटिटी जो बाहर के पैकेज में रहती है, मतलब 8 क्वांटिटी हम उसमें उसके अंदर रखते हैं, और ये सारा हैंडमेड है सर जी। जी।
आई थिंक प्राइसिंग तो आपने बिल्कुल ही अच्छी रखी हुई है उसकी। आपके कॉम्पिटिटर्स जो हैं इन द सेम फील्ड, मतलब इस पर उन सबको आप छोड़ दीजिए, जो एक्चुअली हु आर एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू डू बायोडिग्रेडेबल है, जो बैम्बू के साथ काम भी कर रहे हैं, उनके प्राइसिंग आपसे ऑलमोस्ट डबल है। तो आई थिंक दैट इज अ वेरी गुड प्लस पॉइंट आपके पास जो है। मार्केटिंग करने के लिए मेरे ख्याल से आप इसको आपको ट्राई करके देखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज आई थिंक इंस्टाग्राम इन्फ्लुएंसर्स बहुत ज्यादा काम करेगा इस चीज के लिए। तो इफ यू कैन गेट अ लॉट ऑफ फीमेल इन्फ्लुएंसर्स ऑन टू इंस्टाग्राम, वो जरूर आपको इसमें मदद कर सकती है आपकी बहुत ही अच्छी मार्केटिंग करने के लिए। और इसके साथ आपको एक कोई सोशल एंगल अच्छे से जोड़ के रखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज विद दैट सोशल एंगल कमिंग इन, अ लॉट ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंसर्स जो है वो आपको चार्ज भी बहुत कम करेंगी या नहीं करेंगी, और वहीं से आपकी सेल बढ़ेगी। एक और दूसरी चीज क्या आती है इस पे, आजकल काफी सारे एनजीओ निकले हैं जो ये खरीद रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट मैंने खुद भी पिछले महीने ही करीब 20-25 हजार रुपए इसी चीज के लिए डोनेट किए थे उनको, जो टीयर 2 टीयर 3 में जाके वो आर डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग दिस एंटायर थिंग, उनको बताते हुए कि ये जरूरी भी कितना है और इसके अंदर आपके फायदे के, बिकॉज जो आप बता ही रहे थे कि बैम्बू एज इट इज एंटी बैक्टीरियल। तो ये सब जो फायदे हैं, और इसके अलावा आपको खुद का इसको बहुत सॉलिड ब्रांड बनना पड़ेगा, एज इन आपको खुद को ही अपनी मार्केटिंग करनी पड़ेगी। आपका खुद का इंस्टाग्राम होना चाहिए, खुद का ट्विटर होना चाहिए, और मतलब यू हैव टू बिकम दैट बिगर ब्रांड टू स्टार्ट सेलिंग, क्योंकि कंपटीशन को आप और नहीं तोड़ सकते हो, बिकॉज बहुत ज्यादा पैसे चाहिए टू बिल्ड एनी। मतलब आप कोई भी एफएमसीजी ब्रांड देखेंगे तो करीब 5 से 6 करोड़ रुपए वैसे ही लग जाता है, जब तक कि आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन तक पहुंचे। अब मैं बात करता हूँ इनफैक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ही, क्योंकि आप ब्रांड तो बना लोगे, पर वहां तक पहुंचेंगे कैसे कि सबको पहुंचा पाए, उसके लिए हमारे पास पैसे हो के मैन्युफैक्चर कर पाए। तो ये सारे पैसे के लिए आपको बहुत सारे डेट फंड्स दे देंगे, नहीं तो आपको बैंक से लोन्स भी मिल जाएंगे इस चीज के लिए। जो आपको पैसे रोटेशन के लिए चाहिए अपने, कि मेरे पास मटेरियल आ जाए और उसके बाद जो स्टाफ का खर्चा है मेरा वो हो जाए, उसके बाद कस्टमर को भेजने का जो खर्चा है वो हो जाए, उसके अंदर आपके करीब 30 से 60 दिन तक लग जाते हैं। तो उस रोटेशन के लिए आपको वो पैसे मिल सकते हैं मार्केट से।
सर कोई गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स जो हेल्प करे इनको?
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली। इनफैक्ट गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स भी काफी सारी हैं जो आपको ग्रांट्स भी देंगी इस चीजों के लिए, बिकॉज यू आर प्रमोटिंग अ हेल्दी कॉन्सेप्ट ऑल टुगेदर। और बायोडिग्रेडेबल इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फील्ड एज ऑफ नाउ। एंड मतलब सिर्फ आप डोमेस्टिकली मत देखिएगा उसको, बहुत सारे इंटरनेशनल ग्रांट्स भी हैं जो इस चीज के लिए मिलते हैं। तो इन
सर जी मैं
चार
एक
पांच
बात बताना चाहूंगी कि अभी आपने एनजीओ का जो बोला कि एनजीओ बहुत सारे एनजीओ है जो डोनेट करते, तो हमने भी 2-3 एनजीओ को ऐसा मतलब डोनेट के लिए दिया था, क्योंकि जब एनजीओ जब डोनेट करते तो वो क्या सोचते हैं कि चलो इतना इतने हजार तक या उनकी मतलब क्वांटिटी फिक्स रहती है। तो क्या हो जाता है कि जब वो डोनेट करते हैं तो वो यूज एंड थ्रो में रहता है। मतलब अगर किसी एक मतलब एक एक व्यक्ति को, एक महिला को आप एक पैकेट अगर दोगे तो वो 1 महीने में यूज करके वो फेंक देते हैं। लेकिन हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो एटलीस्ट आप 6 महीने, 4 महीने, 8 महीने रीयूज करके उसका प्रॉपर अगर आप हाइजीन मेंटेन करोगे तो हाइजीन मेंटेन रखने के लिए हमने जो प्रोसीजर की है वो हमने क्लिनिकली टेस्ट किए। जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि जो पूरा जो हमारा फैब्रिक रहता है, हम तो पहले तो पूरा फैब्रिक से ही हमारा प्रोडक्ट बनाते, कि हमने क्या किया कि ट्रेडिशनल टच, हमने मॉडर्न ट्रेडिशनल टच देके मॉडर्न लुक उसको दिया है। तो जो हमारे परंपरागत जो आए ट्रेडिशनल आए कि कपड़ा यूज करना चाहिए, लेकिन ऐसा है कि हमारे मन के ऊपर इतना मतलब ऐसा किया है कि नहीं बाहर वन वन टाइम यूज करके फेंक देने का वो यूज करना चाहिए। लेकिन अगर प्रॉपर आप हाइजीन मेंटेन करोगे तो वो आप 4-6 महीने भी वो यूज कर सकते। तो बहुत सारी जब भी 2-3 एनजीओ ने हमसे डोनेट करने के लिए, डोनेट के पर्पज से हमसे लिया, तो वो बेहतर मतलब उनको यूज करने को मिला। 4 महीने 6 महीने वो यूज करके उनको सेटिस्फेक्शन भी मिला। तो ये मैं बात आपको बताना चाहूंगी। और ऐसे है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर हमारे से जुड़े हुए हैं। हमारी फ्रेंचाइजी अभी बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स ने भी लिए, आउट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र भी जा रहा है। तो आपने जो बोला कि अभी डिपॉजिट मतलब ज्यादा कैसे मार्केट में कैसे लाए, वो भी आपने बताया। फिर भी एक थोड़ी दिक्कत ऐसी है कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे मैं जाना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि इसमें मैं खादी यूज कर रही हूँ। तो मोदी जी से मुझे अप्रोच करना है, तो वो कैसे हम करेंगे?
वो तो जी आपको खुद ही आएगा, खुद ही होगा, जैसे भी होगा। उसके लिए सबसे पहली चीज वही है। इनफैक्ट जैसे आपने मुझे आज ये सब बातें बताई है, यहाँ पे बाकी मेंबर्स हैं, आपने उन सबको बताया, तो आपका वर्ड ऑफ माउथ भी काफी इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है। आई मीन वुमेनेटिव से मैं देख रहा था बहुत सारे लोग हैं। आई मीन लिस्ट खत्म नहीं हो रही थी, इतने सारे लोग हैं। आई मीन आप सोचिए अगर आप उन सबको इन्फ्लुएंस कर पाती हैं इस चीज के लिए, तो मोदी जी के आपके पास सब आ जाएंगे वैसे ही। मतलब आपको, माय होल पॉइंट इज कि वो इन्फ्लुएंसर जो है ना, वो जो कहानी है वो आपको ही बतानी पड़ेगी सबको। भले आप अपना यूट्यूब का चैनल शुरू कीजिए, उसके लिए आप इंस्टाग्राम पे कीजिए, ट्विटर पे कीजिए, पर वो करना आपको पड़ेगा और बहुत ही ज्यादा सॉलिड ब्रांड बनाना पड़ेगा। बिकॉज आपके केस में वो पैसे का और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का प्रॉब्लम, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स बहुत सारे पड़े हैं, वैसे बहुत सारे बड़े बड़े डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं मार्केट में। एवरीवन इज लुकिंग आउट फॉर दैट ब्रांड। जो आप मेरे को बात बता रही है कि वन टाइम यूज, वो वन टाइम यूज वाली कहानी बनाई गई है, बिकॉज दैट्स अ लॉट ऑफ मनी। तो अब आप उसको अगर तोड़ रही हैं तो आपको लड़ना तो पड़ेगा उसके लिए। एट द सेम टाइम वो आपका पर्सनल ब्रांड बहुत ज्यादा बन के आएगा इसके अंदर। तो जब आपका पर्सनल ब्रांड बन जाएगा, आप हर जगह जाके जब सबको ये बात समझाना शुरू करेंगे, तब उनको समझ आएगा कि प्रोडक्ट है किसके पास, वो प्रोडक्ट आप ही के पास है फिर। तो मतलब उसके लिए वो काफी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, उसी कह रहा हूँ।
नहीं, अभी तो क्या हुआ कि
जी।
2016 से तो मैं 3 साल तो मुझे डिजाइन करने में लगा, क्योंकि जिस दिन मैंने, मेरा ऐसा कुछ पर्पस नहीं था कि ऐसा बिजनेस शुरू कर, क्योंकि मैं क्लासिकल म्यूजिक के क्लास लेती हूँ। मैंने लॉ भी कंप्लीट किया है, लेकिन मैं प्रैक्टिस नहीं करती। तो एक आर्टिकल मैंने पढ़ा कि वन सैनिटरी नैपकिन टेक्स 800 इयर्स टू डिस्पोज। तो मैंने सोचा कि कितना ज्यादा हम हमारे नेचर के लिए मतलब हार्म पहुंचा रहे। तो उसी दिन से मेरी ये जर्नी शुरू हुई कि चलो कि एटलीस्ट हम मेरे से अगर हमारे से शुरू करेंगे तो एटलीस्ट उतना तो प्लास्टिक हम कम कर सकते हैं। तो मेरा तो ये ख्याल है कि अगर हम 100% तो नहीं प्लास्टिक में कम कर सकते, लेकिन उससे मतलब 10% भी हम अगर लाएंगे तो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए हम कुछ ज्यादा दे सकेंगे। और इकोनॉमी तो हमारी भारत की मतलब अर्थव्यवस्था का वो कना है, तो उसके लिए कि हम उसके ऊपर भी सोचेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली इंडिया हमारा एक अच्छा मतलब इकोनॉमी कंट्री बन सकती है। तो चलेगा। और कुछ आप सजेशन दोगे तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा। मैं मेरी
मैम
तरफ से जरूर कोशिश करूंगी। और
मैम,
थैंक यू
अगर कोई
देवांश जी।
question-
हाँ,
मैम, अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चन अगर आपको फ्यूचर में रहेगा मैम, मुझे आप मेल पे या व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं, हम सर को मेल कर देंगे क्वेश्चन, और फॉर फ्यूचर में उस चीज को हम आपको आंसर देने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे मैम।
और एक मैं पूछना चाहूंगी और देवांश जी, एक मिनट। अक्षय जी,
जी।
अभी मैंने ये म्यूजिक थेरेपी का भी मैंने सोचा है, क्या वो सही मायने में आगे जा सकता है?
ये सब
मतलब
कुछ
एक
आगे जा
टोटल
सकता है,
डिफरेंस है। हाँ।
उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, सब कुछ आगे जा सकता है। आई मीन आई हैव मेट सो मेनी डिफरेंट पीपल इन माय लाइफ जो कभी कुछ और ही कर रहे थे लाइफ में और आज बिल्कुल ही कुछ और कर रहे हैं। एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट द पैशन जो आप दिखता है। इनफैक्ट आपको सीरियसली बताऊं तो आपको टेडx टॉक्स जितने भी हैं आप उनमें जाके कोशिश कीजिए, जो स्टॉक्स है जितने भी हैं, बिकॉज वंस यू गेट योर स्टोरी आउट देयर तो वो आपका ब्रांड बनता है। उसके बाद लाइक एनी अदर कंपनी यार, एक चीज में आप अच्छा कर लेते हैं तो वो ब्रांड बन चुका होता है।
Right.
उसके बाद आप
नहीं,
म्यूजिक
इससे
थेरेपी भी कर
मुझे
सकते
ये
हैं बिकॉज एवरीथिंग गेट्स कनेक्टेड।
हाँ, ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, क्योंकि जो हमारी कस्टमर है ना, उन्होंने मुझे मतलब मैंने जब ये डाला कि हम म्यूजिक थेरेपी दे रहे, तो उनसे मेरी मतलब वो उसी दिन मुझे इतने सारे फोन आए कि दीपाली आप ये कैसे करने वाली हो, क्या करने वाली हो। तो मैंने अभी उनको ट्रायल भी दिया कि मैं एक ऐसा ऑडियो करती हूँ, हमारे जो में छोटे छोटे जो राग है रहते हैं, मतलब राग में छोटी छोटी चीज रहती है 2-4 मिनट की, तो वो मैंने उनको मतलब व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर से डाली, तो उनको वो बहुत मतलब रिलैक्स फील हुआ। तो अभी देखेंगे कि इससे मतलब ये पूरा डिफरेंट है कि सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स और ये म्यूजिक थेरेपी, लेकिन इसका हम अगर पूरा ऐसा करेंगे तो वो आगे जाके आई होप कि वो कुछ अच्छा हम दे सकेंगे।
जी जी
दीपाली जी, बट एक चीज का जरूर ध्यान रखना, अगर आप सैनिटरी
हाँ।
पैड के ऊपर कर रहे हैं तो सिर्फ उसी को करिए, दूसरी चीज को हॉबी रहने दीजिए। या फिर आपको
ओके।
म्यूजिक थेरेपी करना है तो सिर्फ उसको खींचो और इसको, क्योंकि आप दो चीजें कभी भी अच्छे से नहीं कर सकेंगे। सो
नहीं नहीं,
ऑलवेज बी वेरी क्लियर कि मेरे को अगर सैनिटरी पैड वाला है, आई विल टेक दैट टू द कोर।
ओके।
मैं सबसे बड़ा दुनिया में बिजनेस नहीं करेंगे, बट जो हम बिजनेस करेंगे वो सबसे अच्छा करेंगे। तो जब आप वो क्रैक कर लोगे ना, उसके बाद जाके आप ये सब चीजें डाल सकते हो अलग से,
डाल सकते हैं।
बट फोकस अपना बिल्कुल उसके ऊपर रखिए।
चलिए, थैंक यू अक्षय जी, थैंक
मोस्ट
यू
वेलकम।
देवांश जी।
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. I believe that was a really amazing and productive session for each and everyone. So, sir, I will be like forwarding the pitch decks of the our incubators to you, and we will look forward like sessions on this. If anyone has any other last minute doubts, so you can please drop in chat box, or we are just taking this on the end of the session. So, I believe, sir, that was comments that you want to last minute, any last thought that you want to convey to everyone, sir?
Yeah, just good luck. It's a beautiful pleasure for me to actually meet everyone, understand those stories. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you for making me part of it. कुछ जरूरत
Thank you
पड़े,
so much,
feel
sir. It was
free to
really great,
contact
sir.
Devansh, and I'll love to help
Thank
you
you so
any way
much, sir.
possible.
Right,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you. So, thank you everyone for attending today. It was a really great day. Thank you so much, sir,
Thank
for
you.
your time. Have a
Thanks.
great day.
See you.